Hello, how are you guys doing? It's time for the March of the Mice. I tweeted about it. I need to make sure I at the Discord. At everyone live March of the Mice. There we go. I think you're all here. Chapter 5, everybody. I was thinking it was Chapter 4 this whole week. The folder where all the images is saved is called Chapter 4. And then I loaded up OBS to change the chapter title card, and it says Chapter 5, and I'm like, all right, I guess it's Chapter 5 now. Let's go. So, who has not been here before, who doesn't know what they need to do? I'm going to assume there's at least one person, and I'm going to go and explain it, and I should probably just make a video that's like 30 seconds long. Like, even like a short that just explains how this works. But down below where it says send message, there's the little coffee coin thing. You can click that, and then there's a thing. It's got a skull head dude. And it says add TMOTM option. You click that, and that allows you to add a thing to the poll. And then when you hit poll, or when that's added to the poll, everyone can vote on what option they want to do. And if your thing wins, that's what the character does. Now, it's not a straight up vote. I like to try and make it where it's more like I try and understand what chat wants from the interaction, rather than just, whatever. You know what I mean? And that should make it so that way, even if your thing doesn't win, the vibe gets out there. And I will open that option when it's available. Let me go and thank a couple people. Thank you to Builder for the 13 months of support. Thank you for the 17 months of support, Lixa. Did I forget anyone else? I forgot LuxRaytail. LuxRaytail, thank you for the 20 months of support. I think I got everyone now. I did. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go and turn off the music. We'll just get into it. How's that sound? Standard with the March of the Mice, we're going to go until we run out of chapter. If, like last time, we have it crash every 14 minutes and a half-ish, I will try and get it to work one more time. And if that keeps end up being an issue, we'll have to, come back to it. Shouldn't be an issue. Hasn't been an issue all week, all month. But that was the same thing with it last time, so... a little bit of a prayer right there, going out to whatever's out there that does the things that make stuff happen. Don't fuck this for me, my dude. Anyway. Chapter 5. The Old Boot. Turn that down just ever so slightly. You've spent the last few weeks just driving. Probably days, really. Last few days just riding on the back of the deer that you are a part of a crew with. Your commanding officer. Good luck, Chuck. Your childhood friend, Abe, and your new friend who you met in boot camp, Greg, have all been taking turns doing different positions. Of course, Good Luck Chuck, being the commanding officer in the tank, has taken the lead on giving you guys the positions as such. But with the considerable amount of rain that you guys have been getting, you guys are very much behind. See, last episode, if you guys were here for it, last chapter, you guys picked up some art from a artist who was doing some just art to try and convince people to move to the Falling Moon Kingdom, which is where you grew up and where you are currently riding away from. You are currently riding from that kingdom to another kingdom where there is a battle line against a more or less unknown foe called the Black Hand. get my notes up, make sure I'm getting everything right. I believe that's right. The rain, however, significantly delayed y'all's progress. Black paw, excuse me. I was like, it can't be a hand. They're mice. The rain has significantly delayed your progress. Whilst a deer doesn't mind necessarily, it can easily get stuck and injured, and especially at the amount of mud that you guys are dealing with here. So as such, you are behind on schedule and using up more resources than you had really expected. The deer obviously can just eat any grass that's around, but you guys really can't have that luxury. So you guys decide to go ahead and stop in a small little city off the beaten path on the road to where you're trying to get to deliver these art samples and then back to the war front once that's available. You can't eat grass. I'm sorry. The town is a small city, much larger than anything that you guys ever dealt with growing up. Home to hundreds. Your small town that you grew up in was just a handful of people. But this town, city, has barricaded walls and a dedicated cannon that sits in the center of the city. Good luck truck goes in and asks you guys, all right, I'm going to need a couple of you guys to come with me into town so we can carry in provisions. The city of no place. Actually, a literal handful of people because they're mice and birds, so they probably could actually fit in your hands. That's adorable. Bree, why don't you go ahead and come with me? I'm going to have Abe and Greg go ahead and just guard the tank. Go in, get some resupply, and go in from there. Sound good? Abe seems totally fine with this. And considering it's a commanding officer's decision, so is Greg. Hey, Luigi guy. A city the size, a small city the size of a small, what was it? Small boulder the size of a large boulder? Have we asked Good Luck Truck why that's his name? Yes. Yes. And it's not a good reason. Large boulder the size of a small rock. Something like that. Oh, we did ask, but then he killed the stream. Okay, so the reason he's called Good Luck Chuck is because he has been the only surviving member of every tank crew that he's been a part of for quite a while. The deer has died. Everyone else on the deer has died. He is not a fan of you calling him that because it's not a name that he chose. Anyway, this is his tank now, and you're a crew member of it. I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys into town. I'm trying to think if there's any questions to be had here. There's really not. And then stream died immediately. It was beautiful. Was it? Or was it awful? I think it was awful. Anyway, you head into the city with, how's Greg doing? He's doing fine. He's been better. You know, there's a lot for him. Sir, I've never been to the city. What do I do? Sure. Is that Honda? No, you guys are just bird racist. What are you guys doing? God. Not every bird is the same. God, guys. Not every bird is the same one. So they don't all look alike either. It's not like I used the same sprite twice. It's you guys that are the problem. Anyway, the city is bustling. Like, just in any like direction you look, you see more people than you've ever seen in your life. Like, there's just so many mice scurrying about doing their work. There's a member of the clergy walking down the street holding his little staff, waving it around, talking to people who approach them. There's bird merchants looking and seeing what's available and what isn't available and what they need to bring in the next time they come through. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. You're standing on the corner. There's a few houses, a few shops. Directly to your right, there is a church. It's on you right now to go and get the supplies. When do we commit war crimes? That's what the military does, right? I mean, that's on you guys to decide. I'm gonna go ahead and open up options. Since it's your first time into this big city, Charlie's being a little bit lenient on allowing you guys to do stuff. And kind of allows you to just, you know what? We're already a little late. If you want to look around for a minute, that's totally fine. Let's not dawdle too much. We got to get back with supplies. I'm gonna go and open up a poll now. So here's how it works. If you haven't seen it before, I'm gonna open up redemptions, and you should be able to do things now. And then once there's a bunch of them, okay, looks like we have a decent amount. So I'm gonna go and pause redemptions. Then I'm gonna go ahead and new poll. And copy paste this into chat. I haven't read all the answers. If there's anything like super like bad, I'm gonna just ignore it. But go ahead and vote. Go to Mice Church merch. Search the church for Monster Boyfriends Rev Town of Nowhere. Grab some dirt for your dirt collection. Ask the bird if he knows a trinket trader by the name of Honda. He's famous where we live. Go say hi to Bird. Ask definitely not Honda for directions. Sir, where the fuck do we go? Ask the bird if they know Honda the merchant. Rat Jam in the center of town. Hit the bar. Those are the options. all these options suck. That's y'all's fault. Give you guys a little bit longer to go and vote. Did I enable multiple options? I should have. I'm pretty sure I hit the button. Just got here. What did I miss? You guys are in a new city. And you're outside of a mouse church. Do we get the list of supplies you need? I mean, Charlie's with you. He just needed your help carrying it because it's a lot of crap. You got to carry it all the way through town. Mostly food. You guys are short on food. Looks like there's a significant number of people that want to go to church. And only 2 votes left for do a little dance in the center of town. That's what I'm going to interpret Rat Jam to mean. So you do a little, like, dance in the middle of town. I don't see any reason why you can't do that and also go to the church. just with the excitement of the vibes of being in town, you did a little dance. And you did a little dance towards the church, because why not? Decorum is for losers. Cool people hang out and dance, like you. You walk into the church. You're not a particularly religious person. You've never really been into religion, but it seems nice. I'm gonna turn it down just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and open up Redemptions. You're standing in a very nice but simplistic church. It's more grand than anything that you've seen in your hometown. You didn't have a church or anything like that. This is more of a temple, I guess, than a church. The Temple of the Rat King is not really something that you're super aware of the stuff about. But you're definitely, like, in one of their churches right now. I'm going to go open up Redemptions and allow you to do things. Standing here is just some random people hanging out. There's not pews like you would have in, like, a Christian church. But there are just, people hanging out. Seems like a nice, calming place. A little bit quieter than the open road. There's also a parishioner. A monk of some sort holding some sort of stick with the symbol of the Rat King. Welcome. We're doing a vote right now. If you've got channel points, go ahead and vote on what you want or throw something in. Actually, considering you just got here, you might not know what's going on. So maybe just vote in this poll. I'm going to go ahead and pause Redemptions. I'm going to go ahead and make a new poll. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. Okay. It looks like it's still getting the ones from the last one. So, all right. Create multiple choice. The desktop level is a little quiet in the beginning, and now it's... Oh, it's super quiet. I thought it was really loud. Sorry about that. I turned it up a bit. There we go. Alright. Mises. Is Mises Mice Jesus? There's horses in the merch? No, there's horses outside the merch. Vote. Such hustle and bustle outside. I mean, it's a small city, but it's a heck of a lot bigger than anything that you've ever had to deal with. Vote. Just do whatever you feel like doing. Horses don't come in churches. They hang out outside of churches. There's a lot of them. Also, they're not horses. They're beetles, because that's what's used as horses when you're a mouse. Vote. MLM Hyundais. Think of it as a tier 3 sub for 4 months. Holy crap. Yeah, you rode beetles into town when you were, before all this crap happened. All right, so right now winning the thing is, I'm just gonna read off like the top few. Pray at the shrine of choice for the safe travel. Hello, mice god. I'm Bree. Cheese to meet you. Ask a person about the history of the church. Talk to some church attendees. Sing mouse hymns, fully vocalized by Rev. Nope. Ask why the rats on the banners have their tails tied up. Confess your sins to Mises. Parentheses, Mouse Jesus. Demand an audience with the mope, the mouse pope. Tile tails together to simulate being Rat King. Pray to Mouse Jesus. Explore the shady part of town. Become religious right now and start praying because that Rat King looks cool. And then a bunch of other things that got no votes. Okay, just kind of just giving you people on After Hours an idea of what options were there. But you decide to pray at this shrine. You're really not sure who you're praying to, what the pantheon even would be, if there is one, if there's a god or a goddess, or how many people are involved. But you decide to close your eyes in reverence because this place rocks. This is awesome. Mouse religion. Heck yeah. It's dance-worthy. You think about dancing. You think in your head, like you do when you pray, and you say, hello, my mouse god. I'm Bree. Cheese to meet you. Bree didn't really grow up in an area with, well, at least your parents weren't religious. He spent a little time in contemplation about the universe or whatever. Just, like religious stuff that you're supposed to think about. Except for you have no idea what this religion is. It just seems rad. So you're just sort of thinking about stuff like a theological kind of way. Sort of like, isn't it rad that religion and, God or gods or goddess or, vibes? It's cool. That's right. Awesome. You decide, after a bit of time trying to pray to an entity you know nothing about, you should probably ask about some of the history of the church. And so you decide to go and talk to one of the monks here because, you decide to go up to one of the monks. They're the guys carrying the stick with the Rat King made out of, looks like just stuffed pieces of fabric that simulate sort of like a mace made out of stuffed rats. Fake rats, obviously, because you're mice. And obviously you can't have, a monk. Parentheses, mouse monk. Thank you. We needed that. You decide to talk to them a bit about, it's not an umbrella. No, it's a little Rat King thing. Symbol thing. Sort of like how you'd have a cross on a stick. If you were Christian. Steal his robe. You violently accost some random person. No. You decide to ask them, hey, how do you guys want to address that? How do you guys want to ask about the religion, but how do you want to, bring that up? Rat King's IRL would be some body horror shit. Hey, what's all this then? Okay. Hello, sir. I'm not really familiar with your practices. What's going on here? Sure. How about that? You decide to walk up to the monk and say, hey, I'm not really familiar with these practices, but this place seems really nice. What's going on here? He says, oh, well, welcome. This is the Temple of St. Gregory. We're part of the Orthodox Rat King religion. I'm sure you've heard of us. Well, I mean, perhaps you haven't. We're a atheistic religion about unification through everyone's existence being interconnected. The Rat King is more of an allegory than a literal interpretation of a god, and we use it as a interconnected thing. Back, before we were not able to, we would fight with each other. We would fight against each other, and when we did so, it caused discord. But we realized that being connected to each other, we can work together. And so the Rat King is a representation of us being connected as one being, of all creatures being connected as one being. And the starvation or the ailment of one is the ailment of all of us. Because if one person, one mouse is weakened, then we are all weakened. I'm going to go ahead and open up another poll for you guys to make decisions with. Let me go ahead and mark all these as complete. Go ahead and open up redemptions again. Redemptions are up if you want to, do some. I'm going to go and pause redemptions and then try and make a new poll. Cool. That actually worked. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. That's really weird. Here you go. Ask where the Meezits are. The mouse Cheez-Its. Is that like communion wafers, but it's Cheez-Its? Has anyone ever been to a church and they're just like, hey, we're out of communion wafers. Here's Cheez-Its. We bless them. It's fine. Straw polls being weird tonight, not counting all the things you vote. Weird. That would make, I've never had a communion wafer. I wasn't baptized, so I abstained from communion, despite the fact that the Episcopalian Church doesn't care. Communion wafers taste like the inside of bread. Interesting. I should order some communion wafers and just, have a little snack. You can buy them online. I guess I could just buy some and eat some just to know what they taste like. Heretic? The wine's where it's at? You got a little sippy cup of wine. Yes. Who's St. Greg? Uri. You just say St. Greg, but his full name is St. Gregory. Well, St. Gregory is the mouse responsible for founding the Orthodox version of the Temple of the Rat King. He was the one who helped with some of the original framing of how the religion. Oh, MLM Hydus, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Holy crap! Sorry, kind of interrupted my flow there. That's very cool of you. Thank you so much. Saint Gregory was the one who came up with the original interpretation of having us all interconnected. It's the best way to explain some of the interconnectedness. We don't have a god, but we do believe that as much as a living being like you needs their lungs and their heart to survive, a failure of one part will cause a cascading effect on others, and the success of one will create a cascading effect on all. This was hard for some mice to understand. So St. Gregory's interpretation of the mouse or rat king itself helped quite a few people understand and bring light to the religion. You decide to bow respectfully and ask, "Where do I get supplies?" Oh, we have food, but Charlie kind of like elbows you and he goes, "Kid's kind of young and grew up in a small town. He don't they don't know better. We're on our way to go get resupplied from the local constable." The monk nods and says, That makes sense. All right. It's not every day that we get the military inside our halls. Is everything okay, or are you just wondering about the religion? Charlie decides to take the lead on this one and says, "Well, just wondering, like I said, I grew up in a small town and didn't know a lot. So I figured they wanted to come and check it out, and it's fine with me." Let me go ahead and clear out the thing, open up redemptions. We'll go and do another one. Is there anything you'd like to ask or do while you're here in Mouse Church? Just a small town mouse living in a lonely house. See what you did there. It kind of rhymes. Mouse house. Also, thank you, Luigi Guy and Anon, for 150 bits each. It's very cool of you. Oh, it does my heart so much good to see you guys here. Let me just tell you, spending all month coming up with the plot and then spending all week drawing it, and then seeing people show up and be excited, as excited as I am about this, it's just like, dude, I'll fucking take that to the bank every day. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you guys for watching. I mean, we're obviously not in extreme there. That's normally what I say at the end of every one. Anyway. New poll. Okay, cool. So the thing works, but I have to not clear them out manually. And while I'm getting chat to vote this time right now, I'm going to go ahead and mention, we will not be having a March on the Mice next month because the charity marathon is going to be happening. I don't want to stress myself out with doing both that and this. But that is going to be going on from the 20th to the 22nd. Someone correct me on that. Natalie, you're here, right? Yeah, follow twitter.com/Vinesauce is hope. let's see, who was announced today? Do we have new people being announced? Yeah. Rubber Ross is going to be there. Great Zot. I'm going to be there. Spoilers. Vigibum. Seeing who else is, like, in the list. I don't know who else is confirmed, so I'm not going to say anyone else. But people are going to be there. Yeah, Natalie, do the charity thing. Ross was announced, so I could talk about Ross. But there's going to be a lot of cool people. Vinny is confirmed. Cool, Vinny's going to be there. Follow that account. Anyway. You decide to ask him about what are the church's thoughts on the war. He spends some time in contemplation, and he says, "It is unfortunate that war has to happen. It goes against some of the basic tenets of our religion. The Rat King is a organism that only works when it works in accord. When it's working against itself, it becomes chaotic, and it becomes the thing that we used to fear. But now, if we work together, it can be a sign of hope and togetherness. But just like the Rat Kings of old, where we would originally huddle together for warmth, and we'd get stuck, it's those who thought of themselves, who fought against the good of everyone else around them, that became the most dangerous of the group. I hope that we can solve this solution peacefully. But the needs and the wants and the care of the majority need to come into action. You ask him about the thing that he's holding. This is another symbol of the Rat King. It just allows me to explain this better to people who I meet on the street. He tousles some of the mice around reverently. You say, "Check this out," and you bust the coolest move that you know how. Both Charlie and the monk stare at you in wonder as you bust the coolest move possible. This achieves not much of anything, but in the very least, you can add Dance at a Holy Site onto your bucket list. You can check that one off. You've done that. If there's an orthodox version of this religion, what about a heterodox version? Is that a real word? Heterodox. Oh my god, it is. Yes. Yes, there are. We believe they're a bit misguided in some of their beliefs, and, you know, that's fine. At the end of the day, we're all working towards a better world. It would make sense that Orthodox would have a antonym, right? So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Do you accept birds here as well? Of course. The Rat King is a symbol. It's not meant to be a literal interpretation. We aren't going to have everyone hold their tails together and tangle themselves into knots. We, the organisms that make up the Rat King in this example could be anything. It could be towns. It could be cities. It could be nations. The it's not important to us specifically who those people are, but as that they are people that want to be part of this. Are these guys conscientious objectors? He danced around that subject very well. I'm going to go ahead and complete all. I forgot that was a button. I'm going to open up redemptions. Charlie kind of looks like he wants to get a move on. But if you have more questions, whatever. He said you could. It's not like he's going to tell you to not hang out in church. That'd be weird. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause redemptions and go ahead and, God, I love this button so much. It's so good. Like, this speeds things up so much. Am I hearing Russian in the background audio? Considering I got it off of a website that just gave random, like, it's entirely possible. Honestly, I have no idea. The mice in this universe speaking English in the first place is a stand-in for them speaking actual mice languages, because it wouldn't make any sense for them to speak mice. But also it wouldn't make any sense for me to be like, so, squeak, 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 he says, turning to look at you. What do you want to do? Like, yeah, I could go that angle, but it'd just be weird. So, I think translations of this are just as accurate to, you know, the spirit of this as, you know, anything else. I'll listen to it closely when I get to the VOD. I can send you the file later. Just remind me. But I got it off the stock audio website that I use. Do you have any extra rat flails we could have, you say? Let's leave to get some food. Okay, Charlie, let's find the supplies. Thank you, sir. This has been enlightening. Ask for a mouse snack. Do deers have souls? Oh, we still have votes coming in. I should wait. 2 hours of Rev saying squeak, PogChamp. Rev Mouse ASMR. Oh, look, cool. The lights just flickered. Oh, last month it was that the OBS kept crashing. This month it might be a power surge. Whee! Second time I've noticed that the straw poll ate some of my answers. Can you check the straw poll settings? It shouldn't be causing any problems. Can anyone else confirm that that's a thing? You dealing with stormy weather? Yeah, a bit. It's like super cold here today. Like, we had some issues with the AC, and so I turned, you know, I turned the AC up so that way it'd be, you know, less cold in here. And I was like freezing. I put socks on and everything. I'm like, God, it's got to be the weather. I checked it. I think Tilda must have changed the temperature because it was like 10 degrees lower than when I set it. So I turned it back up. It's dad vibes to mess around with the thermostat. Good old Texas infrastructure. Well known for being robust and good. Okay, Charlie, let's go find those supplies. Thank you for, thank you, sir. This has been enlightening. Also, one more quick question. Do deers have souls? He kind of stares at you blankly. Charlie stares at you blankly. Everyone's staring at you blankly. It's just Charlie and the monk staring at you blankly. You stand there, fit to dance. I don't quite know what you mean. What is... I believe they have hooves. Charlie decides to kind of yank on your hand a bit, and you leave the church. The merch, as people have been calling it. Turn that up just a bit. Is that too loud? Where's the right level for this? They don't have pamphlets. I should probably make pamphlets for the Rat King religion. Religious heresy achieved. He did a little dance. We should get a move on. You think? This is Charlie. I would let you buy one, a pamphlet on. Well, you guys should know that if you go to, you know what? I'm going to go and link this. Give me 1 second. How about this? I'll make another poll. Let me clear this out. Make another poll. Let you guys decide what you want to do. And in the meantime, while I'm letting that poll or that request come in, I'll take you guys on a little journey. If you go to colinmullen.com, not only can you find a painting of Bree that came out before the March of the Mice on the gallery, but if you click through to where I sell the shirts and stuff, or the stuff, if you go into Colin Mullen's designs, and it theoretically works, we shall see. Shop products. Yes. In the section labeled March of the Mice, it doesn't work. So if you do this series of steps I just explained, nothing good will happen. Nothing will happen. Never mind. I'm really glad that that's not working. I should have that set up so that way it has prints for the March of the Mice. Check that space later. Do you have IT? Dude, I don't have regular intelligence. You know? Wait, what does IT mean? All right, I'm going to go and pause redemptions. And did you actually get it to work, Orthogonal Caster? Yeah, okay, that's the painting that I made. You can get that at least. At least that exists. I don't know why the other one doesn't. IT means itchy tail. Indestructible titties. The print link is there, but it's super hidden. That's great. How do you get to it? Do you have a link to it? I would like it. Your IP is exposed. Hey, thanks for doxing me, Avast. That's super cool. Good thing I don't have that screen region up, but what the hell? It's like, hey, your IP's available. If people could see it. So those are the options for now, I guess. What? Now, if you guys will, vote for multiple things. I just want to see if this is even working. Because some people are saying that they can't vote on multiple things. I'm going to try voting on multiple things. I'm going to just vote all of them. That way it won't affect the actual poll. Huh. So there should be at least one vote for the obtain a small amount of dirt and go to the bar. But it's not taking it? I literally voted all of them just to see. Huh. Let me try going back and just voting for... I'm just going to vote for the two that are losing. Your votes have already been counted. You already voted in that poll. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. Huh. Duxu and I can't vote separately since we share an IP. Okay, here's the exact same poll. I'm going to use the stuff from the first one, but I clicked the multiple choice one this time. Oh, it's updated now? Okay, so it is working. It's just taking a while. Is that the answer? Yeah, okay. It is happening. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go with the results from the first one. You decide that you should totes get a postcard from mom and dad. They're pretty poggers. Your mom and dad. It's like a little dance in your mind, thinking about them. You decide you want to go and try and find a store, and maybe obtain a small amount of dirt. Skelecorgi, thank you for the gift sub to Duxu. That's cool. The straw poll is a little drunk tonight, so we're just gonna have to take a little bit of extra time, but you know, that's okay. Parent of the game. You bend down to start collecting some dirt before you go on your way to go and get, you know, this, that, and the other for your parents. But Charlie kind of nudges you and he goes, "What are you doing, kid? We don't need mud." Let's go ahead and go. You're a weird one. You say, "Yeah, I want dirt." Dirt. Souvenir for our parents. It's not mud, it's dirt. In this case, it actually is mud. It's been raining. A lot. He kind of forcefully starts walking away. Mud? I want church dirt. Mud is just wet dirt. Yeah, you know what? You just give it a bit and you know what happens? Mud turns to dirt. Just let it dry out. It's dirt. You see Charlie walk away without any dirt. I'm going to force you guys to follow him because you don't need dirt. You guys, okay, how about this? You guys can have dirt if you can give me a good reason on why you need dirt. You know what? Fine. You put some dirt in your pocket. You put some mud in your pocket. Pocket dirt is a MacGuffin item. I'll let you do it. You know what? I can't control what you guys are doing. But I'll... You put a little mud into your pocket. Save it for later. Give it a little pat. Pap, blap. Kind of squishy. But you put it in your pocket. Like, dirt. Chekhov's dirt. Put it in your docket. Dirt pocket. It's like Homestuck. The dirt thing doesn't matter right now, but in like 20 chapters from now, it's like you'll need that dirt. So I'm going to let you guys have it. You walk on over to the constable's place. This is so a little bit more background on how exactly the military works in this universe. There is no police force. It's sort of combined into the military. There is a standing military that does the same functions that detectives and police would have. And so this specific city has a dedicated military force that just one, small squad, a platoon of mice that just, rather than progressing or moving outside of the city, just stay here and patrol the streets, act as essentially beat cops without, having the idea of police be a thing. Chat goes in waves about how they feel about that every time. If they're the pigs, you're also pigs, is what I'm saying. You guys are military. It's the same crap. When chat says ACAB, they mean Bree as well. Probably right on that one. We were conscripted, but you're still a bastard, I think. Anyway, you head on over to the I'll call it a police station, I'm sure, at one point or another. Outside the door, there is a symbol, the flag for the Falling Moon Kingdom. Obviously, given that this garrison is literally just for this one city, it makes more sense that it has the flag for the Falling Moon rather than the symbol for the council, of which that you work under. You already see Charlie heading inside. Following Charlie inside, you see him already having a conversation with the officer inside. I'm going to go ahead and clear out redemptions. Go and open things up. They're just talking about, supplies and that kind of thing. He likes to be tall. What of it? Let me clear out some of this stuff. I've got way too many tabs open. All right. Opening up redemptions now. Mike, please. Also, hi, Mike. I'm gonna go ahead and pause redemptions. That way I can put this into a poll. Now everyone give a what in tarnation while I do this, because Mike did redeem a what in tarnation. Create a multiple choice poll. Okay, just double checking out was the one I clicked. It seems like it's a little laggy today. It's a little laddie today. I'm going to wait until the what in tarnations go away, and then I'll post the link to the poll. Okay, it seems like it's calmed down. I'm going to go and post the link. Yeah, the poll I think strawpoll.me is just laggy today. So vote for whatever you're going to vote for. And then your results may not come in immediately. It may even take a couple seconds. It looked like it took like a minute for it to even register the ones that I did. I just voted for everything to not screw over the vote. Right now I'm like listening to the voice in the background. I'm like, is that like English? Or is that like some other language? It could be Russian. No bookmarks today too. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's kind of a pain to get them all set up, I'll be honest with you. It would probably help with the edit. I'm sorry. When I go pause in speech, I guess you could probably just check and see where the blips for me speaking are. It's normally how I find where things are in these. Let's see. You decide to spend this time to examine the room. There's not a lot here. It's kind of boring, actually. It's a very utilitarian government office. It's a raised, I guess, dais where the officer in question is sitting, just sort of sitting atop a large table area. Looks like there's probably a staircase behind it that allows him to get up and down and just sort of look down on the people that are coming in through the doors. Charlie, excuse me, not everyone is Greg. Charlie is currently talking to him, just saying like, hey, yeah, we ran out of supplies because of all the rain, and we just needed to pick up some extra stuff. I don't know if you guys got some extra that we can pick up. We just need to get on our way. We got a mission from the council, if that's all right. Man nods and agrees, and he's, fully ready to go and get that. You decide to interrupt and say, hey, how tall are you, sir? Both Charlie and the man look at you. The man says, normal height? Why? You want to take a banana, but there isn't one. Who's Moonfell? That's just the name of the kingdom. You think about wanting to get a postcard. The banana's right there on the thingy. That's another flag. You can't take the symbol off of a flag and say that it's a... He takes a moment to kind of stare at you and go, are you... Didn't we just lock you up? He turns to Charlie. You know who this is? Yeah, he's... Bree's been with me for months now, days now, weeks. Been on the road trying to get... What are you saying? Well, we literally just... Listen, we're probably gonna need your assistance. We had planned on sending someone else in, but... Let's talk about this for a moment. We have word that there are some pirates that are going to have a meeting here in town later tonight. We had planned on sending someone else in, but you are the spitting image of the person we had just captured. We had literally just whisked them away in the middle of the night to different cities so they wouldn't know that we had found them out. I know it's a lot to ask, and I don't know what kind of mission you're on, but assuming that they know that what their spy looks like, it would be incredibly valuable if you could stay behind and help do the meeting tonight and just, I don't know, figure out what they're doing here, what this meeting is about. We couldn't get really much out of her. I'm gonna clear the thing again, and then we're gonna have redemptions open up. Bree, this is a sneaking mission. Go and pause redemptions. Open new poll. For those of you that weren't here for the other episodes, the mice pirates sort of act like highway bandits on top of regular pirate stuff. They have been kind of messing with this region fairly extensively, and it's more or less the reason that your childhood friend Abe, wanted to sign up for the military in the first place. Chances are, a chance to screw over pirates will make him jealous. Also, Pingal. All kinds of pirates are sexy pirates if you like pirates. You guys are just cowards. Do we have new pronouns? Dude, I don't know what... I've been referring to Bree as a girl this whole time, but some people disagree on that. I'm going to give the poll a little bit longer than I normally do just because it is an issue. I've also been calling him a him. She, they is another option. Breeze, whatever. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it, too. I'm just let you guys decide. You guys pick. Didn't we decide on non-binary? No gender, just dancing. I kind of assumed that she was a lesbian based on the fact that she was into the cute mouse girl in the first episode, but non-binary is a really good pun, so there's that. You say, a sneaking mission? Do you know their name? Of the woman we captured? Yes, she goes by Big March. That's the only thing we were able to get out of her. She did, however, leave a note saying where they'd be meeting and what the code phrase in order to get into the back room where they will be discussing whatever plans they have. But unfortunately, we have no idea what this pirate spy was doing here in the first place. You decide to volunteer immediately. And you go, also, sir, I'm just a little guy. It's also my birthday. I'm a little birthday boy. And you do a little dance because that just seems like in Bree's nature. Charlie kind of gives you a look like, what is with you today? It's not your birthday, Bree. Also, if you want to do this mission, that's fine. We need to get on our way, though. We can't really stay behind, and honestly, I think it would be very suspicious if we had a deer tank just hanging out outside the city limits. Tell you what, we're going to go deliver the art. You stay here, do whatever this mission is, and we'll come back and get you. It's not that far. This shouldn't take long. Probably only be gone for a day or two. Is that all right with you? He says, looking over at the officer on the podium. Sounds fine to me. I'm just grateful that you're, willing and able to help. All right. Help me bring this stuff back to the deer, and we'll let you get on your own and figure out what you're doing for the rest of the day. Sound good? Is it safe for me to just do that? Say that you helped him bring the supplies back to the deer. No? Okay, cool. So we'll open up redemptions then. Opening up redemptions. That's sus, so no. Do we have anyone in our life named Marge? No, but also, like, if you came up with a nickname for yourself, you just come up with a cool one, right? That sounds rad. All right, pausing redemptions. Open new poll, multiple choice. Boop. This is a sneaking mission, Bree. Redemption failed because I closed the redemptions, probably. Dance is a free action, sure. Dancing is always available for you guys. That song is good, man. Dance, fucker, dance. What is that? That's Offspring, right? What is that song actually called? Dance, fucker, dance. That was more like country. Yeah, dance, fucker, dance. You gonna go far, kid? Is that the name of it? Get on, little kid. So bad. Yeah. They did I Miss You So as well, that really like slow introspective song. Help the supplies back to the deer tank. Help with supplies while dancing. Mortality rate on this mission, sir? You ask? I guess I should let this like roll for a minute. I'm so used to it just being like bam, 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 let's go. Did it... That's Fort Minor, no? What? I had no idea, dude. I don't know a damn thing about anything. I've never claimed to know anything about anything. Knowing things is, like, way beyond my depth. Last Minecraft stream, very little moss. Like, kind of decided to do a little less moss. A little bit too much moss the last couple of streams. Okay, cool. Time has passed. I'm gonna let this go. Okay. He helped to take the supplies back to the dank while dancing. But before you go, you decide to ask, what's the mortality rate on this mission, sir? Well, you're gonna be directly confronting and conversing with known robbers and probable murderers. But your help will be invaluable to the service of our country and to the protection of this city. You decide to start preparing your best Margin impression. You have no idea what they're like. Mortality rate, yes. You decide to help Charlie carry the supplies back to the deer tank. Once there, he decides to explain the situation to everyone else. Abe straight up is jealous of you. Bree, you should totally do this. This is awesome. This is so good. If you can figure out what they're doing, then maybe we can figure out why they're messing around in this region in the first place. Why they keep messing with us, why we keep getting robbed. There's no point to it. Shut up, Abe, I might die. Greg seems nervous about this. Can we run the tank with just the three of us? I've run this tank with just myself. Well, not this one. Different one. You can run a tank with less, but it's better to have a full crew. Can we hug Greg? Hugging Greg is a free action, as is dancing. I wouldn't recommend trying to do both at the same time. You will freak him out. Go and open up redemptions again. Complete all. Open up redemptions. There we go. What should I do if the imposter lookalike comes to the meeting? They were explaining that the imposter lookalike, or the person that you're going to be being the imposter of, was arrested and taken out of town in preparation for them to do exactly what they were going to do, but without you. Go and pause redemptions again. Go and open up a new poll. Okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Compensate is the first one in this list. Boop, boop, boop. I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Seems like you guys are. Turns out that you guys are the sussy this time. There you go. Is this just an excuse to make an Among Us joke? I honestly didn't even think of that. When I was writing this, I didn't even think about Among Us. Because surprisingly, I don't care. Like, I don't think about Among Us ever. I see people talking about it all of the time. They're like, oh, sussy this, sussy that. Marge is not here anymore. She was taken out of town to avoid casual encounters being a thing that could happen. You're no germer, that's for sure. Well, for better or worse, I suppose that's the case. I can't be anyone but me. He seems like a fine guy. I got nothing against him. And you know what? He's thick as fuck. I'm gonna say it. Germa is thick. You know? Never talked to the dude. Seems nice. Thick as can be. So, you're thick? No. Thank you. Rev, think before you speak. Never. He's apparently a catboy now. Well, you know, to each their own. Honestly, if it's working out for him, he's got a bigger stream and YouTube presence than I do. So, like, dude, it's working out for him. Maybe the trick to being big on Twitch is not, you know, creating intense, involved universes or drawing or anything like that. It's about being a cat boy and being dummy thick. I don't know. Can we revisit the part of the episode where you offered us magic powers? I never did such a thing. You guys attempted to have magic powers by going to church. Just be thick. Honestly, guys, be a cat boy and be thick. And you'll go far on Twitch. You know? I'm thick adjacent. I wouldn't call myself thick. You know? Anyway, I've let enough time pass that we can probably actually read the poll. Hey, Greg, did you know there's a church named after you? This confuses Greg. Oh, St. Gregory? My parents were religious. There's a temple here. It's neat. You want to visit Marge in jail? She's not here. The imposter is not going to come to the meeting because they've been arrested and taken out of town. Greg, my man, you got any insights on this? Do it. Do it. This is awesome. Anything to take those pirates down a notch. That's why we're here, right? That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. To take those pirates out, he says, addressing his own... Greg, not Abe. Oh, you're asking Greg. Okay, Abe is super about this. Greg seems less about this. Seems dangerous. So is being in a tank. And, you know, I guess that's what we signed up for. Well, says Charlie, I guess you should, get on your way. We're gonna go and get on our way. We'll see you in a couple days. Won't take us long. And, that's, okay, so that was something that chat wanted to do. I never implied that you could actually have holy mouse magics. I just implied that you guys were attempting to dance your way to becoming magic. Which worked as well as anything does. Rigged? I'm gonna let you guys decide you want to do crap like that. You shove dirt in your pocket. What about our deer summoning abilities? There's more Deus Ex Machina that you just happen to call out. Do we still have our dirt? You have mud in your pockets, yes. You put mud in your docket, your dirt pocket. Deer Kiss Ex Machina. God. On your own, you head... I mean, I guess you guys get to decide. Where do you want to go? Opened up redemptions for you. Mud goes in the mocket, not the docket. Well, you guys said you wanted to put it in your docket, so I put it in the docket. It's too late for that now. Alright, gonna go and lock that out there, and then close this out. Create new poll. Multiple choice poll. Copy. And thank God for this thing, dude. So good. Has Germa seriously not played Among Us? Like, people don't even know who Germa is, and they use his face to talk about Among Us. That's wild, man. Dude, we need to, like, bully him into doing, like, an Among Us game. He may be just, like, against the idea in the first place. He also hates the "when imposter is sus" meme with his face. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, what is it? What's the name of that one? AI generated memes or whatever. Does anyone know what what's the name of that Twitter account? Shitpostbot. Yeah, Shitpost5000. There's this picture of me that's in the rotation that's from, like, years ago. And it's like, I forget what the context was. I forget what I was doing at the time, but I'm fairly certain that Yoel took a picture of it, and it's, like, his favorite picture of me. It's super bad. And it's, like, deep fried. Not the one where I'm smiling at the birthday hat, but it's like, I've got, like, this real, like, insane look on my face. Like, was I angry? I do love it when it pops up in rotation because people are like, what the fuck is that? But it's a little bit like, oh, that's my face. I have that feeling every morning too. I just, wipe the steam off the mirror and I'm like, oh God, fuck. Why is that my face? That should be an emote. Oh, it wasn't from the Chug Jug. This was from longer than that. Please make that emote. Sure. I'll make that an emote. I'll go and save it right now. I don't know. What emotion is that? Make this an emote. Alright. We probably have wasted enough time that, like, we can actually check and see how the vote went. And I apologize to anyone on After Hours that's watching this. It's just sluggish today. I don't want to make sure that people are actually getting their votes in. Rev Emotion. Okay. Prepare for sneaking mission. Talk to the person who gave you the sneaking mission for a brief to learn more about Marge for the mission. Kiss Greg on the forehead before parting. You guys aren't, like, friends like that. Like, that's a bit forward. Are you sure you want to do that? Sweet Scribs, thank you for the 15 months of support. I don't think it's ignoring your votes. I think it's just laggy. How about instead you hug everyone? Would that be acceptable? You don't know if Greg is cool with it. Hug good? You decide to hug everyone and go, take care, y'all. And they say the same to you. And you head on back towards the police station. Or the garrison. See, I told you I was going to call it a police station at some point. Leaving your friends and the deer behind. On your way back to town, you hear it take off. You kept the dirt. Did not get enough votes to leave it behind. You head inside and decide to ask some questions about what exactly you're doing and what needs to happen. Well, we know what she was wearing, and so we can get you set up in that outfit. Or something very similar. Chances are that they don't know exactly what you look like. She left a note. She had a note on her telling her to scout out the town and tell them what they found. And that the code phrase to get in to the back room was, and I quote, Whiskey on the rocks. No whiskey. Make it fast, old man. Apparently, if you say that, the bartender will let you into the back. Let's get you dressed up. I'm going to open up redemptions in case if you guys have any questions for him regarding your upcoming sneaking mission, which happens tonight, both in-game and now. Smell outfit. Play trumpet snake eater. No. Alright. Pause redemptions. New poll. Whoops. I accidentally made 2 new polls, but here you go. Here's one of them. The trumpet version of Snake Eater seems to be fine on for DMCA stuff. While we're waiting for this, does anyone have any questions or things that they want to ask me regarding the universe or anything like that? Just that way I can stall for time for people to vote. Go and post it again in chat. There's also that delay. What's the meaning of life? Do deer have souls? I don't think the religion has any concept of that. What's the point of humanity? Are there other religions in the falling moon? There's... Sure. There's also the, what'd you call it, heterodoxy of it. What's the tastiest artist? I would imagine Gordon Ramsay says he's pretty good. Being a chef is, that's pretty good. Is this based on a game system or just something you made up? It's just something I made up. It's based on the system I used for the first one, which was vaguely based on Call of Cthulhu. But I just kind of do whatever. How much time has gone by since the start? You were in boot camp for at least a month, and then there's been another month's worth of time or so of just travel. So, like 2 or 3 months? Are there sentient animals way larger than mice and birds? The phrase, I'm going to go ahead and read it to you guys. It's your chance to remember it. Whiskey on the rocks. No whiskey. And make it fast, old man. How close are we with your crew? Pretty close. You know? Which rock mineral is the tastiest? Salt. What's the significance of the dirt? Just chat's weird. That's it? I don't know. Ask chat why they want dirt. How did this person act so we can emulate them? She's kind of a thug, honestly. Couldn't tell you the difference between her and any other pirate that we've ever had to deal with. You've dealt with pirates before. You, on your way to boot camp when your dad was taking you to the town you were, or to the relic base where you were, or Fort Relic, where you were originally trained and had your basic training done. You were held at gunpoint by a pirate. So you have a general idea of what pirates are like. Abe's father was killed by pirates, and it was the entire reason that Abe wanted to join the military in the first place. You decide to ask, how do I defend myself? What's the backup plan? Do I get a gun? Guns are, in this universe, by the way, difficult to come by, generally rare, and mostly not a thing. They exist, but really not like something you could just carry on you, unless if you're either, military like you are, or, I don't know, a criminal, or maybe a rich person. We can give you a small knife, but you really got to stay undercover. Honestly, your best defense here is gonna just not getting caught. You're not gonna have any backup. There's no backup plan, really. This is kind of our backup plan. We know they're planning something, but we don't know what. We keep getting word that they're in the area. Keep seeing pirates and hearing tales of pirates accosting travelers, but we can only do so much to guard the city from here. We don't really want to go out and find them, track them down. We lack the manpower. We just have to make sure that the city still stands. You attempt to do a raspy voice of Marge for an impression. He kind of looks at you quizzically. He goes, you should kind of just talk like a normal person. I don't know what that's about. We need you to find out why they're doing what they were doing having a spy inside the city, what they're doing in the area, and why they're even bothering. Will help us better garrison and defend against whatever's about to happen, if anything's happening, or whether or not they're just checking to see if they can run more supply lines through our city. Is there some underground element here that we're not aware of that's running in the city? All we know is that they're going to be having this meeting at the Old Boot later today. Around night. That's all the letter says. Old Boot, night. And then the mission. Or the code phrase. Does this city have a name? St. Greg's Place. St. Gregory's Place. Kind of a generic name for a town that has a large temple in it. I'm going to go open it up for redemptions and see if you guys want to do anything else before you head off for your mission for the night. Pausing redemptions. Multiple choice. Copy. And paste. There we go. Wait, is that the one we just did? Oh, it's got some of the ones that were from the last one, wasn't it? Yeah, I accidentally had some of the ones from the last one. Ignore that. Sorry, I didn't clear it out proper. Wrong one. New poll. What's the first one in this one? Are you sure I'm the most competent mouse for this job? So it's only the first two. Can I get a weapon for self-defense and try and make him explode with your mind that are not right? Let me just go ahead and... Are people already voting on that one? Yeah, okay. So people are already voting on it. It should be fine. Just go ahead and vote on that one. Sorry, I accidentally added 2 from the last one. Sometimes it clears them, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it clears half of them. I don't know what's up with that. So there were some questions that people asked that I didn't get to. Are octopus sentient? Yes. Octopus have their own separate kingdom that is not part of the council as of current. Why is the moon falling? It's not. It's just, you know, I don't know. Japan's called the, I don't know, land of the rising sun. Why are places called things? Is it safe to eat ass? Check that website. It depends on where you live. Are there larger creature societies around? Can you talk to a giant cat? Larger animals, I mean, like, you know, humans are on the verge of extinction. If they exist, it'd be a rarity if you saw one. Other animals, like cows and stuff like that, never really gained sentience. Same with monkeys. They just really didn't get it together. Octopus ended up being able to. Various random small animal life have, but... Are earthworms sentient? No. No minotaurs, no monkeys. Cats are available and sentient. Are ants sentient? No. Are axolotls sentient? I haven't really thought about it. Haven't gotten to that yet. Okay, it currently says that no one has voted. Did I actually link the wrong one? Yes, I did. Wow, I'm dumb. Okay, hold up. I was stalling for time on the wrong poll. Are sentient cats still assholes? Sure. No, okay, yeah, that one does work. Okay, never mind. That one does work. All right, what will you do? You decide you want to write a letter to your parents just in case the situation, about the situation, just in case you die. Considering your other siblings have joined the military and not left any sort of trace on what happened to them, you figure you should at least give some level of solace. You give them you write a short letter explaining what you're set out to do, and you explain the situation, and decide to go ahead and give that letter on over to this man and tell him, if something happens to me, I want you to get this letter over to my parents so they know what happened. Can we have some sort of ID so we won't get arrested by mistake? Like, that seems like it could be a concern. Everyone on the force is aware of this initiative going down. I told the person who's going to be in your place that, you would be taking their place. So you shouldn't be harassed by the force at all. Are you sure I'm the most competent mouse for the job? You look just like her. You could be twins. You'll be perfect. They won't notice a thing. As long as you can keep your cool and do this, I trust that you can do this. You get a free knife and a free outfit, including a couple piercings and a shabby little, outfit The outfit is not the most cool looking, but you got cool earrings now. What all is pierced? Just 2 piercings on your one ear. After getting all dressed up, night begins to fall, and it's about time for you to get on to the old boot to do your mission. Do you have to take off the scarf? You don't have to. Is it alright if I progress you guys to there? Let's just say we stole it. Cool. You head on over to the old boot. This side of town is not the greatest. It's not too far from the police station, which also wasn't a great area. But this area looks like, you know, the occasional traffic comes through. You brace yourselves and then head on inside. Actually, is there anything you want to do before you head inside? I keep making decisions for you, and that's not my job. My job is to facilitate your decision making. Would you like to do anything before you head inside? When are you becoming a VTuber? I mean, technically, Pingal. Dance is a free action, sure. Pray. Collect more dirt. Look around, see if anyone's watching the entrance. Pray to Rat King. Smack her face and take a deep breath. You don't see anyone watching the entrance. You already you kept your dirt on you just in case if you needed it. You transferred the mud from one docket to the next. But this time you made sure instead of it going into your docket, it went into your mocket. Your mud pocket. Go get monk and masted. Mouse drunk and mouse wasted. Okay. Considering there's so few options coming in, I'm just gonna let you guys go in. You didn't see anyone around the entrance when you walked in. Go inside. I should turn on, like, quiet cricket sounds. There we go. Can I, like, bring the levels down on, There we go. Now it's a little bit more nightish. You walk in. There's a bartender attending to cleaning some glasses. Complete. Let's go and reject all just to give everyone their points back on that one because I didn't actually do a poll on it. All right, I'm going to go and open up redemptions, let you guys do things. Gives you a look. He says, "Here, get you something." It looks like a majority of these answers are actually whiskey on the rocks minus the whiskey and make it fast, old man, which is the code phrase. So I'm actually going to refund all those since all of you guys decided to do the thing. Is it all right if I do that? What's the P and Q for? It's a bartending thing. Refund. You say, yeah, give me whiskey on the rocks. No whiskey. And make it fast, old man. He looks at you in confusion. What the hell? There's a brief moment of silence between the two of you as you realize that this man may actually have no idea what the hell is going on. A nose pokes out from the curtain in the back and says, "Get the hell in here." You head into the back room. This mad lad actually did it. You believe that? She actually said the line. Who the fuck has code phrases, dude? What is that? There are two pirates here in the back room, casually, like, looking over the papers that they have laid out in front of them. Hey! The guy in the top hat looks at you and he goes, "Hey, we've met before, right? I swear I know you. Like, I've seen you before, right? Can't remember where. Like, we hung out at some point? I'm sure we did, right?" You recall exactly the time that he's thinking of. You definitely do remember the time that he held you at gunpoint when he was trying to rob you and Abe and your dad. It's going to take some fast thinking and some clever conversation in order to get out of this one. Opened up redemptions. I'm going to go ahead and pause redemptions because it looks like there's quite a few here. New poll. Okay. Copy. Paste. There we go. Thought I'd do a call back and let you guys know since some of you guys weren't there for it. But yes, there was a point in time when you guys were headed from the small town you grew up in, headed towards the base where you were trained, that you were held at gunpoint by these specific pirates and their bear. They had a bear with them, sort of like how you guys have a deer tank. These guys had a bear tank, which is much scarier, but much harder to like keep under control, much harder to feed, and so the military doesn't use them. You were able to negotiate your way out of the situation because of a deer coming in and saving you guys and leading you towards the uh, relic or Fort Relic itself, but those are the breaks for those of you guys that missed the episode. Are the animals human sized or normal size? They're normal size. Bears are, absolutely massive in comparison. Rev, I have no idea what's happening. This is like my D&D with chat, like cooperative storytelling. Sort of like choose your own adventure. I'll have a poll. It goes up in chat. It's based on answers that people put in. And you can put answers in if you got points. And then go from there. You should probably mention that we can die and just have the story end. That is true. Stories are meant to have conclusions. Not happy, not sad, not good, not bad. You just need to have a tight little end to them to make sure that they make sense. Killbot, thank you for the gift. Or no, Anon, thank you for the gift sub. 3 months, wow. So, don't screw this up. They have guns. You say, no, I saw your mom last night, though. Tell her I say hi. He gives you a scowl and goes, all right. Anyway, so, how'd it go? What do you think? Pushes some of the papers aside and looks at you dead in the eye. What do you think? Should we do it? Clearly, he expects you to have any idea what the hell he's talking about. I've opened up redemptions for you guys. Papers just have maps of the town. Nothing much else useful. Alright, pause redemptions. And new poll. Alright, what was the first one here? Alright, now I'll hit him with the dirt is the one. That's such an exceedingly bad idea. But alright, I'll put it in the poll. Create multiple choice. Copy. And click on over. Paste. There you go. The dirt is only for emergency purposes, apparently, according to chat. Any questions you want to ask just generally while we wait for the patrol or the poll to actually get its crap together? Your votes are going in and it's just lagging like horribly tonight. I don't know what's going on with it. I apologize for that. What was Greg's life growing up? Just small town kid living in an area near where you guys lived. How expensive are hats? They're a thing you have to buy. Could be expensive. Answer me this. Why? Why what? Life's just like this, man. Oh, why is it like it? And maybe another part of the internet. It would be my luck that, like, whatever server controls straw poll is the problem. Are hats in this world normal expensive or TF2 expensive? Somewhere in between the two, leaning more towards normal expensive. Will the pirates recognize their scarf? They tried to steal it from you. If they were gonna recognize it, they would have said something by now. All right. Looks like enough time's passed that, like, we probably have votes in. Refresh it a couple more times just to be sure. You say, there's a deer patrol here earlier today. I think we should lay it low for another day or so and play it safe. It's too risky. The military's here. We gotta wait until it's right. I don't know. Seems risky. He nods in approval. He says, if it's just one deer tank, we could probably wait until they get out of town. I've been hunkered down here in this room for the last couple of days trying to keep my head down. So you know how it is. I haven't been able to see anything. I had to sneak into town. Easy as hell to get in. Honestly, I think we could probably just go in like this. If you think it's best that we wait, I'm going to just go ahead and give the order now. Considering that it'll take a couple days for us to get together anyway, we'll probably be able to get it going by the time that they leave town. Did they leave town today? I think most of them left from Fort Relic about when we all started gathering. Clear out the thing. And open up redemptions again for y'all. Looks like redemptions have stopped, so I'm going to go and pause redemptions and make it into a new poll. Oh my god, it's glitched out so hard. Where's the top one? Ask. Ask them to run the plans by us. Twitch keeps dying on me. Cool! Hopefully that's just you. No offense. I had to go for 10 minutes. What's happened? You guys are pretending to be a pirate while having a secret spy pirate meeting. I'm just like, oh god, please Twitch don't do a thing where it crashes. Probably don't have that much more in this stream. It's not crashing for you. Can we convert to piratism here? You could just become a pirate. There's, with Marge out of the picture, you could just straight up become a pirate if you wanted. It would disavow everything that you've ever done and be a bad idea. You could. You'd be betraying both Greg, Abe, and your commanding officer, Charlie. Can we find the One Piece? That's not a thing in this universe. You guys realize you're being a spy right now? Not a turncoat? You also would be screwing up your parents. These guys literally were the guys that held your dad at gunpoint. They aren't good people. Oh, I'm asking if you guys want to ask me questions, not them questions. Just things in general. They aren't people, they're mice. Same difference. Okay, but the pirate life. It's anarchy. The actual sense, not the figurative sense. Pirate hierarchy is actually kind of interesting. You should look into it. Can we keep the piercings after this? I mean, I guess. I don't know if the military will accept it. They'll make your mom cry, probably. If you go pirate. Not tears of joy. Tears of sadness. You already made her cry once when you got drafted. You want to make her cry again? When you decide to leave behind everything? You'll make Honda sad. You'll make everyone sad. Okay. I think enough time's passed. You decide to ask, go and run the plan by me just in case. All knows if the deer will necessarily be that big of a deal. I mean, if we call him today, when are we going to expect everyone to arrive? I mean, last I saw, the deer was still hanging around. Well, as you know, we're being paid a decent amount of money to be able to ransack this place and bring it down. Now, your job was to figure out whether or not it'd be safe to do that yet. We got 3 bear tanks out there, hiding in the woods. If we give the word, we can probably have him here by tomorrow. If we send a scout out and just have someone go out, I imagine that whoever was leaving was just some straggler. So I don't imagine any of the deers that were leaving from Fort Relic are going to be coming through. We're keeping count on them as best as we could. There's one missing, so chances are that was the last straggler. Bear tank, not beer tank. Sorry if I misspoke. Three bear tanks would be a fairly significant threat. One fled from a single deer tank, but that may be because they were caught by surprise. This is bad. This is very bad. If this plan goes through, this entire town's fucked. The small garrison of military professionals that are here probably won't be able to withstand the might of an entire pirate invasion. Aside from the, he turns to you while you're deep in thought and says, Aside from the big old turret up there, they got anything that can actually, like, you know, make this a problem for us? Doesn't look like they got very many military running around. If you recall, on their way in, you saw a turret in the middle of town. Meant to be a, you know... Well, Fort Relic isn't getting attacked. They just noticed that they're, you know, keeping a watch when Fort Relic, the people there were leaving. Would there be enough time for the military to get here? You guys were literally the last deer in the area. Your friends that left earlier today, they were the last ones out. I'm going to go and pause redemptions real quick. Oh no. That glitched out. Hold up. I guess it's because I refreshed. Whoops. Copy. And back. Then, was it F12? Console. Copy paste. There we go. That's so cool. Create a new poll. Oof. Okay, I gotta do it manually because I screwed up. Give me a sec, y'all. Paste. Add new option. Carry on with the plan, boys. Lie about military forces waiting. It's risky, but there's nothing to ransack. Seems like they're setting a trap. And last one, there's a church here full of conscientious objectors. Multiple choice. Click. Okay, cool. You can still manually do it, and it works. Hey, Rat King, it's me, Bree. I'm fucking around and I'm finding out. That is, yeah, that's beautiful. Icon. Bree is a whole mood. Go ahead and take a vote on that poll. You guys have any universe-based questions? What's going on in this universe, etc., etc. Let me know, and I'll let you know. I'm glad you're liking it, Calamity Cons. Worked real hard on it. Well, thank you, Calamity. How far away are we from the sun? The normal distance? Is the moon still the same, more or less? How far along are we technologically? You know, you've got, you know, gunpowder, you got, you know, steel, you got metal, ammo and guns are a thing, buttons are a thing. It's kind of a big deal. So, like, buttons are a big deal, dude. People did not figure out buttons for the longest time. Buttons are pretty big technology. Can we have more time on the redemptions? I will try and do better about that. I'm sorry. I don't want things to, like, drag either. But I need to let you guys actually, like, get that. This is, post-apocalypse. There is, I mean, like, you guys have seen human technology before. Whereas, I don't know if I have that image in the set still, but Fort Relic was some unidentified human tech, which, you know, since you guys are, you know, humans, you recognize as a burned out tank that they were using as a temporary military base while they did the training. You should play the intro from episode 1 at the start of every episode. I want to ask something. To people who are just joining for this episode, they haven't seen any of the other episodes of this. How do you guys feel jumping into this? Do you guys feel like you know what's going on? Are you feeling like you can actually, like, make intelligent decisions about what's happening? No. Raylan, haven't you been here before? First time, nope, no idea what's happening. Okay. Kind of difficult, not really. Okay. A lot of people are saying a little confusing keeping up on what's going on. Okay, people who are I was here for the first one, you missed the other ones. Okay. Not for the March of the Mice. Okay. I need to maybe have a intro, like maybe replaying the intro or something. Maybe like a last time on DBZ thing. Or maybe I need to do the condensed, like the highlighted versions. Chat, usually maybe dedicate a 10-minute breakdown from the last one. Like the thing you did on Town of Nowhere? Okay. I was trying to avoid needing that in the first place, but it seems like it would still be helpful. So I'll try and make something similar to that. And get it together for y'all. Last time on DBZ, and just like a clip show of that. I'm trying to make it so you don't need that kind of thing. That was one of the intentions here, but it feels like I've missed the mark, so I'm gonna try and go with that. But anyway, you were asked. I forgot even what the question was, but your answer, I guess, is too risky right now. I'll go check out the coast, see if it's safe. I'll come back tonight with the go-ahead. And instead, parentheses, go back and report to the officers that 3 bear tanks in Fort Relic are about to be attacked. Fort Relic is not about to be attacked, so you can cut that one. 3? You're making too much noise. Half their communication is for finding out who's manning those bears. You aren't invisible, you know. Lie about military enforcement's waiting. If there's any military enforcement's waiting, I don't care. They ain't got the firepower anymore. I saw those deer going. No, you're good, Traden. I think you're probably right, and I will do that. It's fine to catch up as long as it's not too bad. I will try and get something like that together. This is I kind of know what's going on this time, but I've missed a lot, so it's a bit confusing. Okay. Cool. That's totally fine. I want to make sure that I got it. It's been months. People forget stuff. Sure. I'm thinking about it all the time because I'm trying to make sure I get the plot together. But you guys have lives. The last time on Town of Nowhere vids weren't even 5 minutes long. Cool. Okay. All right. He says, all right. Well, when we send someone out tonight, we'll go ahead and let them know that if the coast looks clear, it should be fine. Honestly, this whole dale is pretty open. If there were any deer tanks around, we'd have seen them by now. All right. Thank you for your report. Go ahead and go hide in whatever hole you came from. And I don't mean my mom. Get out of here. His friend seems to snicker a bit. Let's see. You head out back outside. Wander around town a bit. Making sure you shake any tails. And go back to the police station. And confirm the information. And tell them exactly what's going on. I like what you got there, Calamity Cons. That would be good. Mission success. You now know that the entire town is about to be raided and sieged by 3 bear tanks. You lived, you didn't die, and you didn't give away your position. Somehow, you managed to successfully communicate all of this. On the plus side, you didn't die from a close encounter with pirates. On the downside, you may be mauled by bears. But that's a next time thing. A next time thing that will not be happening next month. It'll be happening the month after that. All the time in the world to think about what's going to happen the next time on the March of the Mice. I'm going to go and check and see if there's any art. And that's where we're going to end it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have you guys ever seen the intro to like the later seasons of One Piece? They're like stupid long. It's like 5 minutes. But it explains like the entire premise of the show every single time. Maybe I do something like that. And then have a last time on never seen One Piece? That might work. Honestly, something like that. Just a generic, like, 5-minute explanation of what's going on generally. I think that would work. I think that would be solid. As long as it isn't a rap. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, well, I don't see anything on the Boru. I'm going to check Twitter as well, just in case if it's there. I don't see any art, really. Orthogonal Caster is doing this thing where he's like, he's using a AI prompt. I just want to show you what it came up with when, he put in, what was it? Bop, 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 bop. This is what came up when, they generated March of the Mice with Inkwash. It's rad. I love this. Like, this art is, I mean, it's AI generated, but it's really cool, impressionistic kind of stuff. It almost looks like the drawings that I'm doing. It's awesome. Like, it's an AI, so it's real chunky, and you can't quite figure out what it's doing. But it's got the aesthetic down. It's kind of auto dicks. It honestly is. I like it. But anyway, that'll be it for now. It's like somewhere between like Middle Ages to like World War I tech. Somewhere in there. Like Napoleonic-ish. It's wait, show us the other ones? Were there other ones? I didn't see other ones. Oh, no, there are other ones. Hold up. Rat raid? Yeah, we'll do a rat raid. There's 4 more in the replies. So these are other ones that it generated. That's cool. That's rad. Oh, God, I love these. I love the color palette. It's so rad. These all slap. These are really good for an AI. I love how, like, just, like, everything kind of blurs out in the back. Thank you for the AI-generated art, Orthogonal Caster. These are really good. Can I drop the link? Sure. There you go. I did not see Mike's AI stream. I'll have to check that out. But I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll be doing something else tomorrow. Probably Friday Night Funkin' tomorrow. And I'll see you guys there. Remember, charity next month. No March on the Mice. We'll raid someone. Figure out who's live and raid them. See you guys later.